I forgot the E.
Yep. So can you say it while you spell it?
Those.
Yeah, I would make your H a little longer there too. You did a good job the first time with your H. Okay, and what's the next word?
Same.
Good. How'd you do on that one?
Good.
All right, and the last one?
Coats.
Coats.
I forgot about the A.
And how should you spell coats?
C-O-A-T-S.
Very good. And then what should we have at the end of the sentence?
Period.
Excellent. And you had one there, didn't you? Good job. Okay. All right, so what are we seeing? So overall, you had some of our words correct. You had some correct, and these, and same. You had all, and do, and up.
I forgot about the A.
What do you think can help you remember?
Spelling is slower.
Right, slowing down. Because have, what would, if you pronounced that the way you spelled it, what would it say?
Heave.
Heave. And is heave a word? No. So sometimes just going back and checking it will help, okay? And saying it. Say, now I have heave. Do I know the word heave? Does it make sense in that sentence? Okay? And then you'll know. All right. Now, we're going to go again with remember our SWOT strategy, which you use with your bookmark that we've been working on. So remember, the first step is to, and SWOT stands for
skip, word, and think.
Skip, word, and think. Very good. We should come up with a cheer for that or something, huh? All right. So first thing you do, if you come to a word you don't know, what's the first thing you do?
Skip it and read to the end of the sentence.
Very good. And sometimes that works, right? Can you think of a time where you used that and it worked for you?
In first grade.
Okay. Is that when the first time you learned about it? Good. Can you read number 2?
Reread and think about the meaning. Meaning. Look at the pictures.
And that helps sometimes too, right? You can figure out what they're trying to say.
Yeah, sometimes you can't do it in chapter books.
Right, that's true. That's true. And what is number 3?
Try saying word parts.
Okay, have you done that before? Well, how do you do that?
You cover up that, and then you go like coat. You cover up the ATS, and coat, and then cover up the CO, and then coats.
Very good. Awesome. And number 4 is?
Ether.
No, number 4.
Oh, sound it out.
Sound it out. What does that mean?
Like
Very good. And sound out each letter, right? And then the last one is?
Author.
Why don't you try it right now? Read it to the end and see what it might say.
Go ahead or ask for help.
So what word do you think that might be?
Yeah.
Yeah? You had it?
Either?
Yes, very good.
Ahead or ask for help.
Very good. You right there, you use this strategy. Right. Very good. Okay, which means, what does that mean? Either go ahead or ask for help.
You skip it, like pretend I don't know what sound. So you go ahead. These people have those same coats.
Very good.
Some of these people have the
So
same
sometimes
coats.
you just keep going, or you ask somebody, like your mom or somebody else that's around, your teacher. Mrs. Rodriguez, yes. Whoever's around to help you that can probably know what the word is. Okay. All right. So for our comprehension, and put this away for a minute. For our comprehension outcome, we're trying to work on your strategies, and we're going to look again at our honeybee book. And we used this the last time that we were working together. What do you remember about this book?
That bees are very protective of their nest.
Very protective of their nest. Very good. Why do you think they are?
They don't want people stealing their honey.
Very good. They don't want them to steal their honey. Can you show me where we know where the author is of the book?
What's
that name, do you think?
Jerry.
Yes, very good.
Albert.
Albert, very good.
Albert.
Awesome. And how about the illustrator?
The illustrator will be.
Does it say anywhere on this book? See, I wonder if this book does, now that I think about it. Let's see. I don't know that this book does not show the illustrator. But what does the author do?
He writes all the words on it.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, what do you think is the purpose for reading this book might be? If somebody was going to be reading this book, what would be their purpose?
To learn about honeybees.
Very good. What else why they might want to read the book?
Because it helps them read.
Okay, awesome. All right, today the first thing you're going to do is you're going to read the book just kind of softly, the whole thing, and then when you're done, I want to read it, we're going to read it again, and I'm going to record you, not even just on there, but on my phone, so that we can listen to it, and then you and I are both going to do a running record on it, see how you do.
Okay.
Okay, so first I want you to do kind of like a practice the first time. Okay, so go ahead, you can read the whole book first of all. You can read it out loud though, buddy.
Oh. In the garden, the flowers bloom on a warm, sunny day. You can hear the sound of bees in the garden, buzz, buzz, buzz. Little honey bees fly around the flowers. These bees are working. Some sweet is inside the flowers. It is called nectar.
Very good.
The worker bees sip the nectar from the flowers, then they carry the nectar home in the hive. A bee's home is called a hive. Many, many bees live in a hive. Inside of a hive looks like a lot of little boxes. The boxes are called cells. The bees put the nectar into the little cells. Then lots of bees flap their wings very fast. This dries out the nectar and turns it into honey.
Okay.
Honey is food for bees, but other animals like honey too. This bear wants to take honey from the hive. The bees sting the bear to save their honey. Beekeepers. People like honey too. Beekeepers keep bees in hives like these. The bees bring nectar to the hive. Beekeepers take honey from the hives. They cover up so the bees cannot sting them. Then the beekeepers put the honey into bottles and jars. It is a sweet and sticky treat.
Very good, Clinton. Awesome. Okay, so can you tell me what you remembered from the book?
That bees, they take nectar from the flowers, bring it to their house, and then they put it in little cells, and then they flap their wings to dry it, and then beekeepers take it and put it in little jars and sell it.
Excellent. Very good. Awesome. Okay, now, this time, you're going to read it, and I'm going to mark while you read, and then afterwards you're going to listen to it and how you're reading, and then you're going to mark it, okay? Because I'm going to record you, and then we're going to listen to it together. And I'm going to see if, I'm going to see if I missed anything, but you can make your recordings at the same time.
Okay.
All right, so hold on, let me get set up here. And you don't have to read the whole thing. We're going to start right here. And it goes until it's a sweet sticky treat. Until... What is the whole thing, I guess, in this book? Okay, sorry about that. All right, hold on one second. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
In the garden, the flowers bloom on a warm summer day. You can hear the sound of bees in the garden. Buzz, buzz. Little honeybees fly around the flowers. These bees are working. Some sweet is inside the flowers. It is called nectar. The worker bees sip the nectar from the flowers, then they carry the nectar home. In the hive, a bee's home is called a hive. Many, many bees live in a hive. The inside of a hive looks like a lot of little boxes. The boxes are called cells. The bees put the nectar into the little cells. Then lots of bees flap their wings very fast. This dries out the nectar and turns into honey. Honey is food for bees, but other animals like honey too. This bear wants to take honey from their hive. The bees start sting the bear to save their honey. Beekeepers. People like honey too. Beekeepers in the hive look bees. The bees bring nectar to the hive. Beekeepers take honey from the hives. They cover up so the bees cannot sting them. Then the beekeepers put the honey into bottles and jars. It is a sweet and sticky treat.
Very good. Okay, we're going to stop there. How do you think you did?
I wonder how long that took me.
It was... I'll have to look back here. Hold on a second. How do you think you did?
Good.
My phone is not always behaving that well.
You can do a hard reset.
You might have to, Quentin. You're such a smart with the technology stuff, aren't you?
I have to do it to my Kindle all the time.
I hope I get a new phone for Christmas. Okay, so you're going to fill out this sheet. Oh, come on. We're just going to move ahead with the writing and we'll come back to this. Because the phone is not wanting to work. We'll set it down for a second. Okay, how do you think you did with the reading?
Good.
Okay. Was there any words in there that you did not know?
Nope.
Nope, you had them all. That's good.
Because we read the book before.
Yep, that helps when you read it the first time. What do you need to remember when you're reading and you see a period at the end of the sentence? What should you do?
Reread it.
No, when you come to a sentence.
I mean, stop.
Stop and do what?
Take a break.
Take a breath. Listen to how I read this first part, okay? In the garden, the flowers bloom on a warm summer day. Okay,